Okay. Today's the 18th of November 2020. I had a few dreams. I recall something about going to this little place and there was a little crocodile at the edge, but I wasn't worried, or they were the dissipated crocodiles, little ones, if that makes sense. Normally, I write my dreams to an email to myself or to my mum, just as a record, because I like to. Your dreams do mean something. Anyway, the other thing was there was a big lot of water, and it was coming my way at a place like Bondi. But some people went in the water just to go with the water, but I went further away, and the people that were in the water said it didn't really affect them, but I don't know. Perhaps they went right under, or it wasn't that heavy. And then I remember being in a room with some people, like one of my old bosses, or yeah, anyway, or Tiu Risa, this artist lady. I remember being in the room and saying, "Don't worry." But I also remember having being walking along a headland with some rocks and on sandstone. And I remember when Angry Anderson's son, oh look, basically I won't go into it too much, but his son was killed, and the next day I went walking on the headland and I saw this image. I took a photo of it, and it was of a young lamb. So it put my heart at rest. Anyway, there's a bit more to that story because we witnessed a lot of that. Um, yeah. Anyway, so all right, so I'm on a headland and there was a big wave, and this guy chose to ride it, and I thought, well, other people may do it too, just for the sake of riding a wave, but there was lots of rocks there, but he made it. So then I woke up and thinking all about this lotto thing. I've done so much work toward it, and the company known as the Lot really, and even this is the words from a forensic accountant and lawyer, they they write you off in the beginning, they blacklist you, and they make it so hard for you to prove you win. They give you all these variables like time, date, type of ticket, but you could get two of those variables right, and if you get the third one not completely right, they'll just write you off. So I've got to the 6.5, nearly 7 year mark, and even though for a few years I've had witnesses, the lady in the post office, my son, who was there buying the ticket with me, and two people that had written sort of affidavits, or I don't know if they were signed by JP, I can't remember because it's been a while now. But basically, they wrote to say that they'd been in the store that day, and one has a credit card statement. Lotto nor the Justice Department, who are meant to investigate, who really, as I've mentioned before, just hold the hand of Lotto. All they do is they're in count, counterpoise with them. They just make sure that they have done the right thing by um, treating the customer right. And what I can say is from my dealings with Lotto is they don't treat people as other people treat them. Like I write to them, in trying to prove my win, but Lotto's stance is we do not want this person to have this win. So they've gone right out of their way to discredit everything. And that's why I've got to the point where I really want to just file in a court and get the item known as a secret, which is the computer just shook, which is uh, they have to provide the details of the winning ticket. And I know this won't happen till after the statute, so I won't get paid, but it'll satisfy me to see that I was right, and they just didn't, they pulled the wool over everyone's eyes. They just didn't want to pay this win. And a lot of people agree with me. Why should they get the money? I'm the one that won it. But because they know there's no surveillance and they know that I can't afford a solicitor, they've dragged things on. They've when I've written formal letter as advised by them, do they reply form? They don't reply formally to me. I've spent money on registered mail. I've spent the time on drafting a letter with my concerns. They don't even recognise those concerns. They just send 2 lines back. They don't answer. It's going to make me cry anyway. Be well, everyone. I'm just going to continue fighting till I can't fight anymore.